Good morning, 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 good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you see this live, if it's a replay. Hey, look, this your guy, Pops Ray, coming to you live all the way from here. Where's here, right? Chill. Welcome to Ray's Corner Live this morning. Listen, let's get this housekeeping out the way. Let me see if I got any comments who's on the line. I can't see on certain platforms because it's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 platforms. Look, if you guys are on matter of fact, I know you're not on my Rage Corner Live YouTube, but listen, I need you guys to go to YouTube and subscribe on my Rage Corner Live. Subscribe on my Rage Corner Live and hit the notification. On Facebook, I need you guys to share this thing. I need you guys to hit the notification. I need you guys to hit the like button. Also, do the same thing on Rage Corner Live on YouTube, but I need you to sign up over there. We got 2 people. Look, I want to try to get 10,000 people on my Rage Corner Live and the YouTube. So I'm running an HBO special. Share this thing. I'm running an HBO special on Rage Corner Live on YouTube. If you subscribe, what is an HBO special? Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Listen, I want to make a challenge yourself in your new environment. I want to talk about growth. We have to grow in things. I know a lot of people are getting ready for church, and you go to church and you hear the word and everything. But challenge. I need to challenge yourself in your new environment, the environment that you're in. Okay, for growth. Personal growth has to be paramount in your life. I understand as business owners, if you're a business owner or anything like that, you can't grow in your business unless you grow personally. You can't grow in your relationships unless you grow personally. So I want to talk about and this is a challenging time now with the pandemic and all that stuff. And we're locked up in the rooms and all that stuff. We're scared and we're getting vaccination. Do I get a vaccination? But I want to challenge you in your new environment. Let me tell you, I once heard a story about a Japanese artist who painted a picture on a large canvas. Down in the one corner was a tree, and on the limb of the tree was some birds. The rest of the canvas was blank, was bare, wasn't nothing there on it. Just in that small little corner was a tree and a bird on the limb. When he was asked if he was going to paint something more to fill the rest of the canvas, he said, "Watch this. Oh no, I have to leave room for the birds to grow." We have to leave room in our life for us to grow. We have to be able to grow. One of the most positive things about being in a growth environment, so you have to get in a place, an environment where you're able to grow. But one of the most positive things about being in a growth environment is that you give yourself room to fly. You give yourself room to blossom. You give yourself room to bust out of the cocoon. But one thing, you must be intentional about finding and creating opportunities to grow. You have to have growth opportunities. You have to look for opportunities to grow. You have to be intentional. You have to wake up in the morning, right? And do your scriptures, do your meditation, whatever you do, but you have to intentionally want to grow in an area of your life that'll give you room to fly. You must develop the habit and the discipline of challenging yourself. Challenge yourself to grow to a better place, to go to a better place in your life. You have to be intentional. See, one of the first ways that I challenged myself was making my goals public. People say, "Well, don't tell everybody." Yeah, well, you know what? Making my goals public, letting you want to know. Rage Corner Live is going all like this. Exodus Life Change is going all like this. This is what I want to do in the next 30 days. Listen, telling people, making public what you want to do. Watch this. Few things push a person like a deadline. Few things push a person like a deadline and an audience. You got to finish something in a timely manner, right? But you got people watching you. That don't mean that you always going to reach your goals. That don't mean I always reach my goals, right? It don't mean it always, but I found that when I told others about my intent to do, I worked so much harder. If you ask yourself, and just ask yourself, because what happened is I worked in such a way that I wouldn't be ashamed of my efforts, even if everyone was watching. So you got to get to a place, right? Another way that I need you to challenge yourself, or I challenge myself, both when I started. Look, watch this. Let me slow down. Another way I've challenged myself, both when I started and still today, is to look at one major growth opportunity every week. Every week, I gotta be intentional to find how I'm going to grow in a particular area of my life, and then I have to follow through on it and learn from it. Whether it's a meeting I'm going to, whether it's a luncheon, whether it's a conference, whatever it is I'm attending, and I have to share this with you. Don't go nowhere. Listen, I always prepare the same way, by asking 5 questions. 5 questions before the learning time. 5 questions before you go to a meeting. 5 questions before you get around people. 5 questions that we need to ask ourselves. 5 questions that I ask myself. And these might be good for you. 1, what are their strengths? If I'm having a meeting with someone, watch this. I'm putting myself in an environment to grow because I'm around certain people that are greater than myself, right? And I'm going to a meeting. I'm going to a session. I'm dealing with my mentor. Whatever it is that I'm doing, I have to ask myself this when I'm dealing with particular people. What are their strengths? Listen, if you're having a meeting or you're dealing with someone and you can't figure out their strengths, what are you meeting with them for? See, when you ask yourself, what are their strengths? This is where you learn the most. This is where I learn the most, from other people's strengths. Number 2, what are they learning now? See, this is how I catch the passion of that person I'm dealing with. Listen, people, I'm telling you, I hear this all the time. We talk about wealth. We're talking about creating wealth and all those things, and entrepreneurship and businesses and growing. But if you're not around the right environment to grow, how are you going to grow? If you're not around the right people to grow, how are you going to grow? If you're not understanding what the person is doing that you're around, how can you grow? What are they learning now? I got to ask myself. Number 3, what do I need right now? What in my life do I need right now to grow? What area in my life? What area do I need right now from the person or the environment that I'm in? See, what happens is this helps me to apply what I learned in my situation. Number 4, who have they met and what have they read or what have they done that has helped them? See, listen, because I see a lot of people teaching on certain things about wealth and stuff like that. You have to ask yourself, if you're following someone, right? If you're following someone, right? You got to ask yourself, who have they met? If everybody they follow are on the same level, right? And where you want to go is much higher, why are you still there? You got to ask yourself, what have they read? Or what have they done that has helped them? You know what I'm saying? So watch this. When you understand that question, this helps me, this helps you to find, watch this, additional growth opportunities. And lastly, what haven't I asked that I should ask? What questions have I not asked the people who have been established and who have answered all these 5 questions? Watch this. What questions have I not asked? Watch this. This enables them to point out changes I need to make from my perspective. So I'm gonna get ready to leave you guys with this. I know people don't want to hear this because I ain't gonna say that. No, there's a remnant that needs to hear this, that wants to hear this, right? But we're not looking. Are we developing opportunities? Are we intentionally developing or looking for opportunities to grow? See, a better growth environment won't help you much if you don't do everything in your power to make the most out of it. See, this is an age of information. This is an age of meetings and conferences and workshops. You can do all that stuff, but if you don't take it, hey, look, if you don't make an assertive effort to get the most out of it, it's like an entrepreneur being given money for opportunities, right? And never using the money. You must seize the growth opportunities you have and make the most of them by challenging yourself. Not a powerful, listen, I'm telling you, listen, the question today is what? Challenge yourself in your new environment. Challenge yourself. Some of y'all are going to church or have went to church. This is Sunday. This is Sunday, May the 2nd. Sunday, May the 2nd, right? And I'm doing this on Sunday, May the 2nd. And everybody's getting ready for church. What are you challenging yourself that you want to get out of church today? What is your challenge? What the environment that you're going? Look, you're a new creature. You're coming into church. It's a new environment. It's a new environment. Look, it's because you're a new creature. So every time you walk into something, there's a newness. So now you're walking into this. What growth opportunity? What are you intentionally trying to get to grow in your spiritual life? What are you intentionally trying to grow in your spiritual life and that will manifest itself in your natural life? Challenge yourself in your own environment. Challenge yourself in your own environment. And that's how we're going to do that. We're going to challenge ourselves in our own environment. Hey, this is your guy, Pastor Ray, coming to you live all over from here. Where's here? Right here. Listen. Like we always say here, Ray's going to live. God loves you and I love you. And guess what? There ain't nothing you can do about it. And as they say down in New Orleans,